Hey everybody, welcome to my channel. Welcome to Vera's TV, where you'll get a lot of different discussions and hot topics, sometimes some laughter and sometimes things that'll make you go, or even make you cry, who knows. But today I wanted to talk about people that are single and in the season where we're coming up against, the Valentine's Day, right? That's approaching us in another week. And I thought I would get ahead of the curveball because I know as a single person how Valentine's Day or any holiday, if you're by yourself, how it can make you feel. And I wanted to talk about that. I wanted to talk about that. And what makes me qualified, I believe I've shared it. If you go back and look at a lot of my other videos, especially if you see a title that talks about singleness, I have been discussing singleness for several years, and I was doing a lot of that on my Facebook channel, which actually caused me to decide, hey, I need to take it to YouTube because I have so many years of experience dealing with being in the single season. And at this moment, dating is upon us, and some that are dating, it's a good thing. Some people who are single, I still feel like it's still a good place. Why? See, when you're in the single season of your life, you have time to still work on you. And I know that as a single person, how you can feel when the seasons change and when you approach the Valentine season, where you may see a lot of people sharing their love on the social media platforms. And some type of way, you may not really want to admit it, there's a little bit of a, I wish it was me kind of feeling. Now, don't get me wrong. I understand there's some people who decided this is not my season to date. I think I'll take a break, and that's fine too. But we were not designed to actually be alone. If that was true, you wouldn't need a man and a woman to reproduce, right? You wouldn't need someone to interact with, to communicate with. I mean, COVID showed us a lot, because during the COVID season, we saw that we needed each other. We were missing that interaction with one another, being able to get together, maybe fellowship over some food or go to a game or get together and hang out and do one of my favorite things, love to dance. And we weren't doing that. Everything came to a halt, and we realized that we, as a people, we need to communicate with others because that is the way that we were created. And so why not talk about Valentine's Day and how it's going to affect the singles? Now, I didn't write anything down. I'm just coming straight from the dome because there's so much information that I could share. I can just pull out any file and we can discuss it. I mean, that's just how it is right now with me. For those of you that may not know, I've been out here single for the past 7 years. I got divorced 7 years ago, and as I always tell my story, I was like a fish out of water. I did not understand the single environment. I didn't understand the single status, the single group, how things were, I would say how things were going in the season that I was in, because I had been married for quite some time, and we had a lot of married friends that we would hang out with, and it wasn't like that anymore. So what did I have to do? I had to find my voice. I had to find my place. I had to find a space in where I had to get in where I fit in. And that time I started to be around people who I wasn't around before because I had no reason to be in that circle. I started hanging out with people that I knew were single, and we built a commonality. We built a bond over that time period in my life. So what do you know? Here we go. 7 years in, I understand that every time that a holiday comes through, whether it be Valentine's Day, whether it be Christmas time or your birthday, you have to celebrate yourself. Yeah. Let's pause for a minute. I really mean that. I'm not just saying that. You have to celebrate yourself. Do things that are going to make you feel good from the inside out. Valentine's Day should not be any other day that you would feel any other type of way. And why am I saying that? Because you can go to the store and buy your own stuff. You can go to the store, get your own candy, buy you some flowers. If you are, in that space, right? I'm talking to the ladies right now. And for even the gentlemen, if you want something, go out and get you some candy. You do not have to feel isolated because you don't have a boo thing in your life. It is okay. It's okay to not have a boo thing in your life all the time. There are even times when people who are married, they need a break. They absolutely need a break from their partner, not because they don't love them, not because that there's an argument or anything of that nature. It is, there's just moments when you need to pause and be by yourself. Maybe go to get a massage, or maybe go to the spa. Maybe go take a swim if you can. I love being near the water. I am not the greatest swimmer, but I can do a little something to save my life, okay? And I just love the water. I love being by the water. I love taking walks and strolls on the boardwalk because I like to hear the sound of the ocean. The water just calms my soul. It makes me relax. See the word back there, relax. It makes me want to relax, and then I can really focus on things that are positive instead of the things that are negative. Now, I'm going to get to something that may be a little touchy. I'm going to poke you a little bit. I'm going to poke you a little bit in the area that it may be a little sore or tender. I don't know if you've just gotten out of a relationship, if you've just broken up with someone and you feel some type of way. Still celebrate yourself. Celebrate your freedom. Celebrate your mind not having to be taxed or feeling kind of like overwhelmed because you're worried about what the other person's doing, where they're at. Communication sometimes could be strained, and you're trying to find out what's going on and how can you make it right and all that stuff. It's just too much energy. It takes away too much energy trying to think about what somebody else is doing. So in this season, celebrate yourself. Clap for yourself. Cheer for yourself in the place of singleness. Why? Because you're worth celebrating. Now, don't get me wrong. I know a few people that do not celebrate Valentine's Day, although they're married, because they feel, right? This person stated they feel that Valentine's Day is every day in their household. They stated to me that they already purchased items for their significant others. So why should Valentine's Day be this super holiday that you are, I would say, forced to buy a gift? Well, keeping it real, even if it is a man-made holiday, even if it's a holiday that some people may feel that it's just a bunch of crap. Why should we do that? It's just another hoax to get us to spend money. Any time of the year, you can celebrate yourself. Oh, I'm going to say it again. Any time of the year, you should be able to celebrate yourself. Celebrate yourself in such a way that you love on you. You love on yourself despite of where you're at in your life. You could be having a bad day, but even in those bad days, there are times when you need to celebrate yourself. I enjoy flowers. I love flowers. When I say I love flowers, your girl loves some flowers. And I sometimes get flowers for myself. Although there may be a gentleman in my life that may purchase me flowers, I never forget who I am. I never forget the fact that someone can show me love, right? Or appreciation by purchasing something for me. But I also have to remember that I want to love on me too. I want to remind myself to never lose myself in any relationship or never lose myself in such a way that I don't celebrate me. Now, some people can look at that and say, oh, that's being cocky or that's being conceited. But let's keep it real. Who's going to care about you more than you? I'll wait. Answer me that. Who loves on you more than you outside of God? People love with, I would say, motives and conditions. It's just the truth. People love with conditions and motives. I'll show you how. I'll give you an example. You can be in love with someone and have been dating this person or married to this person. And what happens is if there is an altercation, right, if there's any type of discrepancy, any type of friction in your relationship, the person could start to be quiet, go silent, won't speak to you. Doesn't mean that they don't love you, but I'm just saying they stopped because there was a situation that they decided they don't want to be bothered with you. And then sometimes people will walk away from your life, tell you that they don't love you anymore. Have you ever had that happen to you? I've had that happen to me. I've had people walk out of my life and tell me, I'm sorry, it's not you, it's me. You ever heard that? I know a lot of us have heard that. It's not, it ain't you, it's me. That's a cop-out. That's a cop-out, and that's trying to put a Band-Aid on a situation that it could have really been worked out if the person wanted it to. But they didn't want it. So they decided to use that little slogan, that little phrase, it's not you, it's me. Reality is that person stopped loving you. That was with conditions. But with you, you can love on yourself in spite of where you are. You can love on yourself in spite of those that walk away, those that talk behind your back. We all know how that go. We all know how that go. You can still love on yourself, because even in a relationship, or if you are dating someone, don't ever forget that you need to put yourself first. Now, yeah, I know some of y'all, well, here you go. Aren't you supposed to, if you're a Christian or blah, 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 you're supposed to always love on everybody. You're supposed to give, you're supposed to be a servant. Yeah, I get that. But we're not talking about that type of situation. I'm talking about Valentine's Day. I'm talking about a day when you're going to be overwhelmed with people on social media sharing what their loved ones have given them, sharing the pictures of the flowers, the purses, sharing the vacations that some people may take, or just showing their affection on the social media platform that makes a single person feel some type of way. Don't say that you don't. Don't say that you don't. Well, I don't feel no type of way because I don't want to be in a relationship anyway. Sometimes we do say that, and it comes from an earnest place. There are times that it's just a cop-out because it hurts too much to even admit the fact that you really want somebody in your life. Oh, I know I'm talking right, because I've been there. I recall at one point I was saying, you know what? I don't want to be in another relationship because my heart had been broken into pieces. My heart had been, I felt like, and I always say this because it's the truth, I literally felt like somebody took my heart, snatched it outside my body, threw it on the ground, stomped on it, put it through a meat grinder, and then put it back in my chest. That's how I felt. And I still feel that today when I think about that particular person. My last marriage almost took me out. I was like Jada Pinkett in Kingdom Come. Oh my God. I was like, take me now, Jesus. Because I just thought that was the big one, Elizabeth. I'm coming. I just knew that I could never love again. I just felt so low. I felt like I couldn't get any lower than that feeling of disappointment and shame and guilt and all that good stuff. But today, I'll get back on it. I don't want to get back on what they call it. I don't want to go on a tangent, because just thinking about it made me want to just just do something to somebody. Y'all know how it feels when your heart has been broken and that person you truly, in your heart, you want to beat them down. You want to be like, what was wrong with you? What was you thinking? You left me in pieces. But they go on with their lives, and so be it, But we always have to pray the best for people who go through that. And, life happens to us all. And I'm quite sure we've let some people down too. But, that's beside the point. But getting back to what's at hand here is celebrating you, even in the midst of a heartbreak, even in the midst of it. You got to celebrate you. And that's the most important thing, is when you celebrate yourself, you recognize, thank you for the flowers. Someone gives you something. I appreciate them. I appreciate what people give. But I also appreciate the fact that I had to remind myself to don't lose yourself in a relationship, because it can happen. Oh, yes, it can. I won't go down that rabbit hole. I won't go down that memory lane of how it can happen. I just wanted to encourage someone today to not look at the social media when Valentine's Day get here. I don't want you to look at it in despair or say, I'm not going on social media on that particular day because it's going to make me feel some kind of way. Nope. Get your own flowers. Celebrate yourself. Reflect on some good things about you, some qualities of yourself that you have, that you possess. And then also, still in this season that you're in of singleness, this is the best time to work on yourself. You know what you need work on. It could be financially, right? Until that person comes into your life. You know that it may be your attitude. You know, it could be anything that will make you feel like you're not really ready yet, but yet you still desire for somebody to give you some candy or to say happy Valentine's Day, you know, happy Valentine's, may you enjoy your day, because you will get a lot of that too. But I just wanted you to know that there is some support for you out here, us out here in the single world, because I don't care. Now, some people may get a little upset, but it's the truth anyhow. It is the truth anyhow. You may be in a place of singleness where you are taking interviews, you're taking applications, right? That means that you're dating, you're trying to collect data. That means that you are gaining information from people that may hang around long enough, because y'all know these days in these streets, baby, it's hard for somebody to hang around long enough, because these jokers be gone by like the third or fourth time around if they done took you to dinner. And if you said one thing wrong, or if they done something wrong to you, come on, you know that block and delete has been a lot of people's best friend, along with that thing called ghosting. Come on now, y'all know it's true. Y'all know it's true out here in these streets. Some people are ghosting you as soon as you say anything wrong, or as soon as there's a miscommunication, they ready to dump you. They go, up, next. And what happens is, it is just a cycle, right, that is taking place. There's a cycle that everybody's being recycled. Everyone is being recycled, including myself. Everyone is being recycled. There is no authenticity. There is no trust. People are lying. People are really going through the process of just not being themselves. I would go as far as to be like an imposter. Why do we want to be imposters out here? And an imposter means that you're pretending to be something that you're not. And I think I'll do a video on that, because that just popped in my head. Let me write that down real quick before I forget that. Imposters. Yes. Imposters. Yes. Pretending to be something that they not. Yes. Got to do that. The next video will be about imposters. I promise you I'm going to do that, because I have a lot to share about that. Men and women are hurt just the same. I cannot negate the fact that men go through it too. Men go through the ghosting. Men go through being hurt, blocked and deleted, everything. You name it. We all go through it. But at the same time, I just want you to know that this is the time, and it is the time that you prep yourself. Prepare. If you want to go out to dinner, I went out to dinner like a couple of years ago, right? For my birthday. This gentleman had taken me out for my birthday, and you know, you feel good, right? I was all dressed up and everything, had on my heels. We walked in, we had a seat at this nice table, and you know, the ambiance was just on point. It was kind of like dark in there, but the candles lit the place up. It was a little lighting. It was so cute. But then I looked over to my right, and I saw a young lady over there, and she was dressed. She had on a nice outfit. Hair was, you know, her hair was nice, done. Her face was made, honey. Her makeup was beat to the gods. She had her lashes on, and they were not long. They were, you know, medium. They looked really nice. And she was sitting there, and I'm thinking that I'm looking over, you know, I'm observing what's going on at her table. And I noticed they just bring her silverware for one. And I'm looking like, you know, in my mind, I'm like, wow, she's out by herself. But at the same time, she was out by herself, celebrating herself. She was enjoying, and I'm thinking about it now. I'm going back in time. And I think I'm going to give this little conclusion right here to the end of my story, because this is a good place to stop. She was there by herself, and she was having dinner. But little did you know, I was having dinner with someone, right? I told you that in the beginning. But little did you know, the person that I was having dinner with, he was there taking me out to dinner. But this particular person was seeing someone else. It came out like, I think a week or two after that, or it was just things that I kind of noticed. So what did that tell you, or what is that saying to you, is that you have to be willing to understand that although you may see someone that's booed up, doesn't mean that it's a good booed up situation. And although someone may bring a person candy, right, and flowers, doesn't mean that you were not one of those in the rotation. They made their rounds. They gave you your candy. They gave you your flowers. And then they went on to the next person and gave them the same thing, if not better. So be careful how you view this singleness and how you view Valentine's Day when it comes. Because just because you see a person that has gathered together and you see the pictures, they got the little hearts all around their picture and they all booed up and hugged up and kissed it and everything, does not mean that it's a good booed up situation. So you got to always celebrate yourself, because you don't know that someone may not be really celebrating you. They may be just tolerating you. Ooh, that's good right there. I want to stop right there on that. So tune in to my next video. I don't know what it's going to be on. I said it would be on imposters, and I think I'm going to keep that as my next title for my next video. But please subscribe to my channel, because I want to be able to go, I think they call it, to interact during the chats and stuff like that. And until I get to a certain number, I am not able to take advantage of that feature. So I would really, really love it if you share this video and just go ahead and subscribe to my channel. Go ahead and hit that button and hit like and subscribe. I would really appreciate that. Until next time, y'all enjoy y'all day. All right. Talk to y'all later.